Well, ladies and gentlemen, and I guess a couple out there who are still opening presents for tonight or afternoon or evening or whatever time it is where you are currently. Seeing the fact that Santa Claus has invited me to the North Pole for a little hot cocoa and the celebration like no other for this Christmas show we put on for the first time in well over 5 years, I think it's time for us to bring Music Village for this Christmas day or night to an emphatic close. But if you miss anything from this Christmas festivities we were able to give you for this year, don't worry, we got you covered. Because you can catch this show again one more time, all the time, on our SoundCloud, Facebook, or even Tumblr pages, named the same, only known as MusicVillageRadio under the hashtag MusicVillage342. And according to the maestro, Santa Claus told us to, pick up the pace, because that's how many houses he has left on his Christmas route. Jeez, after you've been out all day, you still got more houses to go to? Yikes. And if you guys want to figure out what other crazy and zany things that we still got prepared for these remaining days of this AC December heading directly into the year of the fist, like us helping out Santa Claus to deliver a couple of more gifts to get our Christmas present before New Year's Eve, you can go ahead and check it out on our YouTube/Twitter pages, still named the same, only known as VOO Agent 0012. And before we head out for the night, we would like to thank, as always, you the fans out there for listening into this very merry Music Village special edition of Music Village. We thought we had a better lead-in than that, but that's as good as it's gonna get, folks. And seriously, guys and gals at home, thank you for listening in and spending your Christmas alongside with me, Dan the Weatherman Stu, the Maestro, and anybody else we had here as a special guest for Music Village headquarters, including my dad, which, by the way, Merry Christmas, Dad. And if you guys and gals out there like what you heard, go out there and spread the word. You know what? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger during the movie Batman Forever as Mr. Freeze. Yeah, PR department knows where I'm going with this one, and they're giving me the thumbs up. And wondering why didn't he go with Die Hard? Well, we did it 2 years in a row, so that ship has sailed. And we would also like to thank you, the independent artists out there, for delivering that musical goodness like you always do. And keep up the great work, guys. And here's hoping I can convince Santa to give you that brand new guitar or drum set or bass or any instrument you had your eyes on for this year to be stuffed underneath your trees. Because you guys earned it. So keep up the great work. And we would also like to thank, speaking of people who deserves good gifts in their stockings for their musical contributions, our musical guest for this week, none other than Tekno AXE with his songs Anti-Corporation Music and Charlie Brown Walks in the Snow, that was featured during the intro and for the outro for this week's edition of Music Village, along with none other than Darren Curtis, aka Desperate Measures, with his song Over the Plains of Snow, that was featured during the Music Village CD for this year. And once again, to all of you guys out there, keep up the great work, and we can't wait to hear what you got coming down the tubes next. And finally, last but not least, we would like to thank you, the independent gamers out there, for coming out all those sweet video game hits and clips that we had a chance to mention during this week's show. And like always, guys, keep those games a-coming, cause you never know what show we got coming down the tubes next that may need them. And not to mention, they can make some pretty good Christmas gifts. So keep those games coming. And I guess with everybody thanked, you guys out there, now we go out. I'm DJ Smokey on behalf of the Maestro, and for Dan the Weatherman Stu, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer outfit he decided to put on to gallop around Santa's sleigh, saying, "Freeze in hell, Batman!" most importantly, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we'll see you guys next year for another roundhouse kick to your head year-starting edition of Music Village. But until then, folks, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Festivus for the rest of us, and we'll see you guys next year, and good night, everybody.